Okay, guys. So now we're going to do another story problem, but this one's going to be an inequality rather than an equation. This one's an inequality, meaning that it doesn't necessarily equal the other side. Okay, so for this example, let's say that I want to buy cookies for all of my classes. Okay, I go to Walmart. Now, granted, I have not bought cookies at the grocery store in a long time, so I could be way off. But let's say a dozen cookies, it's $3. Okay. Now I want to make sure that I have tax in there too. So I know that tax in Idaho is 6%. So um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say I have $3 a box, and I'm going to multiply that by 1.06. The reason I'm doing 1.06 is because 0.06 is the price of tax, but I also want to keep the price of the box of cookies included. Okay. We're going to multiply all that by the amount of boxes we're getting, but we don't know how many boxes we're getting. Okay. Now I have $50. That's all I can spend on these boxes of cookies. Okay. So it cannot exceed 50. So it has to be less than. But it's also okay if it equals 50. Okay. So it must be less than or equal to. Cannot exceed my $50 because that's all I got. Okay. So from here, we now solve. 3 times 1.06 is going to be 3.18x. It's less than or equal to 50. Now, I'm going to run and grab a calculator. I do not want to solve this without a calculator because that's just not, it's not an easy number to round to, so I don't want to do it. Okay? Wow, somebody really messed with this calculator. Okay, there we go. So now I'm at this point, and I'm going to divide by 3.18. Okay, so x is less than or equal to, so I do 50 divided by 3.18, and I get 15.72. Now, that means that I can buy almost 16 boxes. But if I bought 16 boxes, I would be exceeding that amount. I can't buy 16 boxes because that would be over my $15 or $50. Okay. But I also can't buy a partial box. So the most boxes of cookies I can get is 15 boxes of cookies. Okay. So that's what that means. Now, also, one other thing. If you happen to have a negative here, if you multiply across, if you divide across, now in this situation we're not, but if we were to multiply across or divide across, we would have changed the sign. We would have flipped the sign the other way. Anytime you multiply or divide by a negative, you flip that sign. Okay? That is really important.